Twin Cities Live, we have shown you how the LearningRx brain training program works, and we've introduced you to families and kids who say these brain games, while they seem just kind of fun and laid back, they actually change everything.
But you know what? There are still skeptics out there, and Twin Cities Live reporter Kelly Hansen found one. A dad from Delano who didn't believe the program would ever help his son until he saw the results for himself.
Third grader Connor Menard is home here at his family's orchard in Delano.
If he can be outside, if he can be doing, if he can be moving, that's where he would rather be. And so, you know, educationally, he just doesn't like it. Never has.
They get done with school, they'll come out here, give us a hand, you know, hauling apples, feeding animals, picking up garbage, you know. So they stay very, very busy outside, you know, so that leaves minimal amount of time for schoolwork and stuff like that in the evening, because the time we get out of here,
it's late.
Little time for homework, but that was okay with Connor because school really wasn't his thing.
it was a constant struggle, you know, I mean, from sitting down to reading or even doing any sort of math work. I mean, it was a struggle. I mean, it was more or less a fight, you know, from tears to, no, you're doing this, to kind of, no, I'm not.
Yeah, he would cry every morning, like just to go to school, every morning.
So Connor's mom, Jill, went looking for the answer.
She got the idea from
My mom.
her mother.
Jill found LearningRx, a program that sharpens skills like short and long-term memory, logic and reasoning, and visual and auditory processing. But Connor's dad wasn't convinced brain training would work.
I was like, no, this isn't gonna happen. This is just a trendy thing, and you know, just totally skeptical on the whole deal, and well, I'm wrong.
The changes in the kid, even from like month 1 to month 2, were staggering. There was a confidence in him where if he just tried these things long enough, he'd get it. He was at the highest level of intervention as far as reading goes, and he's back in mainstream classroom reading again because of this program.
What do you like about school, Connor?
Gym and art and stuff
Stuff like that?
yeah.
Do you like reading?
Yeah. A little bit.
Did you like reading last year?
No. It's not as hard as like last year, as like thinking about the stuff and getting it.
And mom and dad aren't the only ones noticing the change.
And one of the teachers came in and said, I want to know the program that you used, because most kids, you know, through the summer months will kind of backtrack a little bit in their abilities, and Connor not only didn't backtrack, but he actually moved forward several levels. And so they're like, what did you do over the summer? Because we've not seen this. Not only can he read the material, but he can actually understand the context of the material too. Whereas before, you know, you kind of read just like a robot, you're not always taking in what you're reading. And now, like, his tests on comprehension have far increased as well, because he's understanding the material he's reading.
And now I look back and like, why did I even question it? You know, I mean, it was worth every penny we spent on it.
Oh, isn't that
stories are
terrific?
great.
Connor, so great. So Baird Johnson from LearningRx is here with us. So Baird, let's talk about this. The skeptics, the people who say like, okay, there's no way that this can work. You have to hear that a lot, right?
Of course.
And so you point them to the research and the pictures of the brains, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, skepticism is natural. But LearningRx in recent years has published studies that have shown, you know, in academic journals that we can actually improve things like memory, logic, processing speed to a statistically significant level.
Man.
And the one I like the most actually is the one they're showing on the screen with the brain scans. This was done at Louisiana State University. And
Okay, explain
what are we
this.
looking at
Yeah.
here?
We're looking at this is an fMRI scan of the brain, and they've measured correlation coefficients between different parts. What they found is comparing students who had been through LearningRx versus a control group, there was a measurable increase in what's called functional connectivity, which is a measure of efficiency in the brain.
Man,
And
that's...
yeah.
Okay, so what's the pre and the post? Or the blue or
The
the
blue
red?
and the green, well, the red and the blue are representing different degrees of correlation in different
Okay.
directions.
Okay.
Okay, so if you make the progress, that's always outstanding, but can folks who enroll in LearningRx expect those results to stick?
Yes. So we test every student at the beginning, at the end, and 1 year later. And what we find is the skill gain they get from beginning to end, about 90% of it is still there a year later.
Boy, that really must be that there's something different about how the information is being communicated to the brain.
It is, and that's what those brain scans show, an actual physical change in the brain. This is the first documented, study that's shown that correlates what people like Connor's parents are seeing all the time.
And so this is a consistent thing that you're saying. Now you can't necessarily guarantee it to every single person who walks through the door, but
Right.
you are consistently seeing that.
Yeah, and a year later, the parents are talking about not, oh, his functional connectivity improved by this much. They're saying things like, oh, he's so much more confident, he can stay on task. And my own daughter is why I got involved in this years ago.
Right.
And for her, it was life change. We brought this here 9 years ago when she couldn't read.
Man.
And she went through the program, her skills improved, then her reading improved. Today, she's a senior in high school.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's been that long since I was on the show then. And it's cool because, as again, not every student gets the same results, but for her, she's literally applying to colleges with a 3.9 GPA, a 32 ACT.
Well, I'll tell you what, the word that you said that really sticks out to me having 3 little ones is confidence.
Confidence,
So
I
much
know.
about confidence and empowering these kids and teaching them how they're able to learn so much more than they know they're capable of.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Once they get beyond this challenge that they've been struggling with, now the world opens up to them.
Right.
Gosh, Baird, that is fantastically rewarding. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
So cool.
Hey, LearningRx is offering TCL viewers a deal. Call and mention Twin Cities Live to get an initial assessment for $75. That is regularly priced at $199. We've also posted more info about the program. If you're interested, it's up on our website, twincitieslive.com.
Nice timing, too, if you're like a couple months into the school year and kind of noticing what's going on.
Absolutely.
Let's get on track for after the holidays. A big thanks to LearningRx for sponsoring Twin Cities Live.
More